Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. We are going to review day one of the first test match between India and New Zealand. And in the end, it was India's day 258 for 4, thanks to a partnership in the last couple sessions between Jadeja and Shreyas Iyer. Iyer on debut, scoring a 50. Fantastic innings. He took his time, but then he played his shot, especially when the spinners came on. 75 of 136 balls. Jadeja 50 of 100. The partnership is ongoing and they'll look to extend it tomorrow on day two. Uh, I think they've got good runs now on the board. It's not an easy pitch. It's a bit slow. You can already see some turn. There's some footmarks there already that Ijaz Patel used. And yeah, it's not going to be easy to bat on as the game progresses. So this was a very important partnership. If you look at the first session, I think it was in India's favor. Apart from Mayank Agarwal getting out, good ball from Jameson there. Apart from him, Shubman Gill and Pujara put on a partnership. Gill was playing his shots. Pujara steadied the ship. But it was the second session where things turned around, and a bit of criticism on these batsmen, especially Pujara and Rahane. Okay, most experienced batsmen in this team, and they're the ones who you look to score the big runs and score those 100, especially in these conditions at home. But both of them getting out, especially after getting set, that was very, very disappointing in my opinion. And Pujara, look, he's consumed 88 deliveries, scored 26. Okay, that's his style. He likes to take the shine off the ball and then score his runs. But if you're going to get out in the middle of that, then it's going to put a lot of pressure on the other batsmen, especially when you're in overseas conditions. And, like in Australia, we saw the method really worked for Pujara. But I think at times, it's not about scoring. Like it's a test match, you can take your time. That's not a problem that I have. But he needs to be a bit more careful in terms of his shot selection. Then if he's going to consume that many deliveries, then he has to capitalize and score those runs. Same thing with Rahane. He's hit a few beautiful boundaries. He was looking set. He weathered the storm, and then to lose his wicket like that, especially just a ball before where there was a review, the decision got reversed. He survived, and then he gets out, chops it on the next ball. So I think that's very disappointing from Rahane's point of view. There's a lot of talk about his average, about his runs and everything. I still feel he's a class batsman, but yes, he does need to perform. And especially when you're set, you have to take advantage of it. If you're out of form, you're out of form. But here, both these batsmen got set and threw it away. But yeah, they'll have to learn from this and come out stronger in the second innings and then in the next test match as well. If you look at then after that, what transpired, it was the Iyer and Jadeja show, both putting on a magnificent partnership. In the beginning, they took the time, especially Iyer was not in a shell, but he was very careful. He was on debut. He made sure that he didn't play any silly shots. He survived the LBW shout where it was umpire's call. It could have easily been given out, and he would have been out. But he survived that, and then rotating the strike, finding the single doubles. He is an aggressive batsman, but he did control that a bit today, and he was looking to still score, but single doubles a bit the safer shots rather than the risky shots. Then when Ravindra came back on, Rachin Ravindra, the New Zealand spinner, the fifth bowler, he decided to attack him, especially after his second over, because he realized that Sadi got injured. I think that was the turning point where Sadi picked up an injury. He went off for a bit, came on, he was hobbling on. And I think that's where they realized they'll have to put pressure on the fifth bowler. And that's exactly what they did. He stepped out, played his shots, hit those sixes, those fours, and really took the attack to the opposition. And that's where Jadeja quietly, rotated the strike and got his runs as well. And then when Jadeja got set, he started hitting the boundaries. Even with the second new ball, you saw him hit a few boundaries to Saudi and Jameson. So Jadeja also very smart in his approach. He's not. I think teams expect him to come and smash the ball from ball one, especially opposition teams. That's how they set the field. But he's someone who'll work the singles, and I think that's where New Zealand made a mistake. They should have kept a more aggressive field, let him take the risk.
Yeah, sorry, missed the connection there. So I was saying, yeah, Jadeja, he was given that time thanks to the field placements and stuff. He rotated the strike rate very smart, built that partnership with Shreyas Iyer, and now looking formidable to 58 for four. India in a very, very strong position. They have three spinners in the ranks, and this pitch already we can see some sparks. There's some footmarks there, and you can see the puff of dust coming out as well. And it's in India's favor now. I feel the game. This partnership was very crucial and still ongoing. If they can get close to 400 is going to be an excellent score. I think that's what they should aim. They still Ashwin and Akshar Patel to bat. Everyone was saying that this Indian batting lineup is a bit weak. Me myself, but I keep forgetting that Jadeja has three triple hundreds in first class cricket. These conditions, especially, he's a proper batsman. Even in overseas, Jadeja needs to be counted now more as a batsman because he really has a good defense. He can play the shots, and he's got the temperament now. It's not just playing shots. He's got the temperament, fast bowling, spin bowling overseas in India, using his feet to the spinners, no issues with him. So I think we would keep forgetting that, and I think we need to remember that he's a proper batsman, and it's the right combination. I think because with the runs on the board, then your spinners can fully attack and really put pressure on New Zealand. New Zealand do have a very good middle order. The likes of Williamson, Taylor, Latham is there as well. So they do have a good order. So India will have to bowl well as well. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but I think this partnership really puts India in a strong position. If they ended the day at 250 for 8, 250 for 9, then it would have been New Zealand's day, and definitely New Zealand would have been well and truly in the game. Right now, they're still in the game, but India has that advantage. They have wickets in hand, they have runs on the board, and they can really come out tomorrow. The new ball, it's not swinging too much. They can really use that shine and hit those boundaries. I think Jadeja and Iyer. So let's see how it goes. New Zealand, on the other hand, will definitely look to try to take wickets early on tomorrow and put pressure. If they can bundle India out just under 300 or close to around 300, then they're still in the game. They have the batting as well, but it's going to be a tough ask. Again, unfortunate the way Sadi got injured. That's a key um, point in today, because that really messed up Williamson's strategy, especially with the bowling. But I have to give credit to Jamieson. I think he bowled his heart out today, especially in the second session. Overall, he's picked up three wickets. That ball to Shubman Gill was outstanding. It doesn't matter the conditions. He's shown that he's a proper test match bowler, whether it's in New Zealand or whether it's in India. He can use the conditions, adapt to it, and still be dangerous and cause problems for the batsman. He's shown that clearly today. And credit to him. I thought he bowled really well, did Jamieson. And he was New Zealand's best player for sure. I was a bit disappointed. Ejaz Patel, I think he was a bit too negative. I know that they were trying to attack him, but he's the strike bowler. He should be attacking those stumps and trying to pick up the wicket of Iyer and Jadeja. And also, Somerville was decent. Rachin, he's on debut. He will learn. I think he bowled a very good first couple of overs. Then he got hit a bit. Somerville, a few close LBW shouts, bowled decently well. And yeah, I think the spinners will have to adapt to the conditions a bit more. They'll need to know what's the right length and line. They haven't really discovered that yet. If you look at the economy rates, Ajaz Patel 3.7, Somerville the best 2.5 out of the lot, and Ravindra 4, and none of them have picked up wickets. So that's a key concern. So that means they are doing something wrong. Maybe they're trying too much. I think they should flight the ball a bit more, let the pitch do the talking, and be consistent as well. Be consistent, try to hit that line in length, test the batsman, be a bit smart in your field placements. And if you get hit, you get hit. But try to take out. I think one should be accurate, and then maybe like a Somerville, and then Ajaz Patel needs to just attack the stumps and try to pick up wickets, because that's the way you're going to stop this Indian batting. If you just try to bowl maidens here and there, there's going to be an over where you will leak runs in these conditions. So that's something New Zealand will want to work on, especially the spinners. And maybe they just learn from the Indian spinners as well. They watch in the second innings what happens when India bowl, and they learn from that. But I think, yeah, that's something New Zealand will really want to improve on, and I'm sure they will, because these spinners do have talent in them, and they are learning. They're quite an experience. They're not the likes of Vittori or like even a Santner and Sodhi are a bit more experienced than these guys. So it'll take some time, but I think the quicker they adapt, the quicker they learn from their mistakes, the better it is, because these are the conditions for them. These three spinners will enjoy these conditions the most, but you still have to adjust, right? It's like when Indian fast bowlers go overseas, sometimes they get hit on a green wicket. You're like, how is that possible? But they don't find that line or length. Either they're too full or too short. Same thing with the spinners. They'll have to find that length. The one Ashwin and Akshar Patel, you'll see that length where it's hard to defend or go on the front foot or back foot. That kind of length on these Indian pitches is key. So it's a learning curve. Let's see how they go. But overall, I think it's been India's day. Very good. batting display, especially from the last two batsmen. Shubman Gill as well, shout out to him, batted well, gave them the proper start. Again, I would say that he needs to try to capitalize on these starts and take the pressure off the middle order, because it was his game. He could have easily got 100 today, and that would have been lovely. But now I think Iyer needs to do that, capitalize. He's shown it already today that he's looking to score big, and credit to him. It's been a magnificent debut. Jadeja as well, batting magnificently well. So those two are the heroes of the day today. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you stay tuned for the latest content from the cricketing world, and we will get you day two as well tomorrow. And yeah, that's it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the test match. Thank you so much.